Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another training. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Noah Koff, and I am a business consultant and coach, and I've built my own consultancy since 2017. And my purpose in my business is 100x impact for world-changing ideas and partnering with entrepreneurs who want to change the world with their innovations and products and services. I've created the 100K Founders Grant, which aligns with this mission to help founders with the personal power to do that. And before doing this business and setting this up in 2017, I scaled a consumer membership business, which was recognized in the Inc. 5000, and also scaled up a marketing agency as a partner to Nike. And I have an experience with fundraising from a portfolio of projects, and both as an executive inside startups, raising money to scale those companies, and also helping my clients as a consultant, helping people fix their pitch and operationalizing their whale hunt. So that's just a quick overview of me. Let's jump in to today. So today our training is on the first steps for changing trajectory. And what I mean by that is that's a way of saying changing your course and helping you with a great breakthrough this year. So we're going to cover the number one thing that's stopping you from a breakthrough. Then I'm going to help you with my approach for changing your course in this season ahead. And then we're going to talk about the first 60 days and what that could look like in your business. What's that checklist? What are those things that you need to be doing in order to have a breakthrough coming up? And then I'll make time for Q&A. So I'm going to move through my slides at a pretty quick pace so that we can make lots of time for your questions. So first up, the number one thing that's stopping you from a breakthrough, right? Everyone wants this hockey stick type of curve in their growth, right? With their traction metrics of revenue and profit, customer acquisition, MRR, funding raised, right? Whatever those traction metrics are for you. And there are certain things that are stopping you from having that. So let's get into those. So first, let's start with this analogy. Have you ever tried washing your car with one of these hoses where you just have a trickle of water coming out of the hose? And guess what happens? It's really painfully slow, and it's hard to clean your car. And it could take a lot of time, and that can be frustrating, right? And no one wants a frustrating job. No one wants to take forever to do something that could be a lot easier and quicker, right? Have you ever had one of these power washers, right? And guess what happens when you have a power washer? You can be so much faster and so much more effective in washing your car, right? Because you have all the power in your hands, and you're directing all of your energy, all the water, right? It's really easy. It's really fast, and it's really effective. So my job is to help you as a leader make that switch. And the number one thing that I see stopping a lot of people that I start working with is they aren't laser focused, and they are often visionary type people that solve problems with another idea and spreading themselves too thin. So I want to help you make this switch make this switch from managing your time and activities in a way that's stretching you, overstretching you, to really moving so that you have more maximum impact, like the power washer. That's really what we want to get you to, is um, really maximizing by focusing in all of your energy and all of your time, for greater impact. So this involves strengthening your self-command, and that's a whole side of your brain that helps you be more innovative, right? Which is trying new ways of doing things, uh, and also strengthening that part of your brain that helps you be more resourceful. So that's one part of it, is strengthening your self-command. And the other side of it is weakening self-saboteurs. So weakening the side of your brain that means that you avoid stuff. It also means that you are restless and you are running around a lot, spinning around a lot, and having trouble focusing. And also hyperachieving. So hyperachieving is when you are ultimately just overly focused on more and more and more, but maybe not doing things effectively, and that's that's part of it. So we really want to weaken that side of your brain, and that side of the way that you lead and the way that you show up. And this is all helping you have the laser focus and the peak performance that you and your business need. So let's talk about my approach for changing course. Now that we've identified some of the problems, let's talk about the solutions. And I have a framework for this. So let's start with a quick audit. And if you have a piece of paper, please make some notes. This is really valuable for you to have some notes about what is going on with your marketing and sales funnel. So what is the current health of your marketing and sales funnel? Do you know? Have you done an audit yourself? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. What is working right now for reaching eyeballs of your ideal customers, engaging them, converting them, and retaining them? These could be customers. These could also be investors. Maybe you're raising money right now, and that's part of your funnel. So what's working for reaching these ideal people and these ideal investors? And what's not working with your marketing and sales? Do you know? Maybe you don't know. Make a note. Let's talk about the pillars for a breakthrough. When you are changing course, these are the three things that are going to make it much easier and quicker to have a breakthrough of results. Number one is having a methodology, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel here. There are some proven methodologies that are great. So having a methodology for business analysis, which helps you make sense of your sales and marketing funnel and what's working and not working, and then using those insights to test your strategy. So number one is methodology. Number two is infrastructure. Do you have infrastructure to collect data about your users, about your customers, about investors? And do you have analytics that show you what's going on, and trends and opportunities? And the third pillar is people. Do you have functional leadership for your marketing and sales and product development and innovation and customer service? With these three pillars, you can build towards a breakthrough. And that's what I want to help you with this season ahead. Let's talk about your mindset. So we've earlier, we've already covered how not being focused is going to be one of those stoppers, those showstoppers. So the opposite of that is, and the way that you have laser focus is sacrificing. So this is really, really important, is to make this shift from thinking that you have to do everything that's on your to-do list, those 72 things, to making sacrifices and getting really focused on just a couple of things that are going to move the needle, that are going to help you change course. So that is this mindset that we want to help you with, is how can we sacrifice and how can we overcommit to just a few things that are going to help us optimize the funnel, the areas that are not working, and build on those areas that are working so that we can have more customer acquisition, more revenue and profits, getting more fundraising committed to and signed, and developing your organization so that you can continue to build and build and build your funnel and more financing and funding that you need to continue to scale your business. And that's all about continuing to have more of the skill sets that you need internally and externally so that you can continue to grow. So that's really our mindset, is sacrificing, and that helps us be laser focused and overcommit to our strategy, to getting it working and building our business forward. So let's talk about the first 60 days and what that could look like for your business. The immediate priorities for you over the coming 30 and 60 days are these things. And there are a lot of things, but I have prioritized them here. So our P1s, these are the first 30 days. We want to have a diagnostic of your sales and marketing funnel and benchmark those with some growth companies so you quickly understand what's working and what's not working. And that helps us hone in on the areas that we want to optimize and fix. And those are the targeted investments that we want to make to grow our customer acquisition and grow our results. We want to do an organizational audit and identify gaps and skill sets and tools. We want to set our goals for the coming 90 days and plan our detailed objectives and the sub goals underneath our big hero goals, which could be revenue oriented or fundraising oriented. We want to establish a weekly review of our metrics and what's going on, and weekly review of our plans to make decisions going forward, or having a no-go on a plan. Doing that every week, having that discipline. We'd like to do some category audience research. That helps us quantify the right audiences, the right avatar, the right ideal investors. Audience research really helps us make data-driven decisions. So we want to be continually doing that, every quarter, ideally, and refreshing our insights so that we can make decisions with fresh data about what's going on in the market and in our category right now. We want to run experiments, and we want to create a backlog. So having our priority experiments, and then also having the backlog of things that we want to move on to next. Once we've run the priority experiment today, what are we going to move on to tomorrow? I know these are lots of things, but I want to give you a comprehensive list here to show you exactly how we can operationalize changing course. These are the things. And we're going to develop a paid media practice in-house. That's a very important way to have command over ads and the way that we're spending money to reach our audience and our ideal investors, and also our ideal users and customers at scale. So these are all the things that we're going to do to make progress. I want you to have this detail, and these are the things to operationalize. So how quickly do you want to see results? How quickly do you want to see changes in your business? Do you want to go to 50% revenue growth this quarter? Do you want to see 100% revenue growth this quarter for your traction metric? Typically, clients of mine fall into groups of wanting 50% revenue growth, or 100% revenue growth, or 1,000% revenue growth. So it's up to you to work on a goal and then figure out the sub goals underneath that, so that we can make progress this season. What else do you want to go after, and what other changes do you want to make this quarter? Do you want to reach highly targeted investors? Do you want to have more ease and flow and time back for a better quality of life? These are all changes that I help my clients with. These are all the changes that I want to help you with. If you want to see changes in your business, these are the things. And my program, I have refreshed my program, and I want to show you at a high level what that looks like. I work with clients over a 90-day period, and we do work with mental fitness training. We run the methodology for accelerating 7- and 8-figure not only revenue, but also 7- and 8-figure fundraising and funding. And I have a methodology for each of those. I help clients with their own personal pathway. What are those goals outside of work? What are those goals that are really important for their life that they're working to this year, and having accountability to make progress, to do the work every week. And I have a resource hub for my clients with trainings and a toolkit that I've used to help clients with these types of results for fundraising, and also accelerating the traction metrics and the big KPIs. So just giving you a high level of my program, Next Level Business, and that's what it looks like. If you are someone that wants to learn more about working together, about changing trajectory, about having an awesome and amazing year of success, this is how you can reach out to me. You can schedule a consult with this QR code, and I can learn more about what's going on in your business. And these are different ways that you can get in touch with me. And if you have questions, if you have any comments about this training, if you want to share with me ideas on future content that you'd like to see here, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching, if you've made it this far, and have an amazing rest of your day.